Text-to-voice synthesis provided by Vidnami. Public International Notice. January 26, 2021 by Anna von Reitz. People need to understand that all these governmental services corporations that have been masquerading as governments are being bankrupted. And then, they are turning around and trying to be reborn, under new names and purportedly new management, but it's really the same old players. That is the reason Joe Biden doesn't have a contract and is never likely to get one. The old gang in Washington was a criminal for profit commercial enterprise masquerading as a government. We won't accept their service anymore, and it doesn't make any difference to us that our employees kept electing the same old gang of their compatriots to private corporate offices. Using our situation as an example, the Holy See is still required to provide the services stipulated by the Constitution of the United States, but we don't have to accept the services of any municipal corporation, especially not one that is owned and operated and managed by the same group of thieves as the last bankrupted entity. There have been literally millions of bankruptcies taking place, because when one of these big parent corporations goes, it takes its franchises with it. One of the first bankruptcies in this current cycle was the Bank of England. They circled their desks, because being one of the prime perpetrators, they knew what was coming. This is where I earned my nickname in 2008, which isn't fit for polite company, but still gives me some satisfaction. In 2015, Obama announced the domino effect bankruptcy of United States, Inc., which was followed by the bankruptcy of U.S. Corp. You can begin to see how they have used different but similar names to operate under, all of them mirroring names associated with our country and our legitimate government. Each one of these parent corporations has anywhere from dozens to millions of franchises, and the franchises can either be entire organizations or individuals. I can hear people from Beloit to Bangkok saying, millions of franchises? That's not even possible. But it is, when you consider that virtually everyone on the planet with the exception of a few tribesmen in places like Siberia and North Africa and Lapland have been registered and enfranchised by these vermin. Still unknown to most people, we have been given the gift of our very own Trojan horse public person franchise in purportedly equitable exchange for our life estate, which includes our bodies, our public and private assets, and our energy labor, all supposedly donated to these private, for-profit commercial governmental services corporations. That's how these things have been financing their operations and becoming immensely wealthy by buying, selling, and trading upon assets that don't belong to them. So, yes, Virginia, we are talking about bankrupting millions of franchises, and in the cases of China and India, we are talking about billions of franchises. The USA Corp was bankrupted, too, and settled the 7th of January 2021, along with the United States of America, Limited, which finished the 19th of January 2021. The Republic of the United States of America was the sole beneficiary. However, wait for it, that isn't our federal republic. It's another British territorial look-alike, sound-alike. Another cuckoo bird, set up by American Tories and scions of the Pilgrim Society and operated offshore by another quasi-military cult with ties to the Roman Catholic Church. Once again, they are seeking to conquer by guile what they cannot take by force of arms, trying to slip in and substitute a British entity for an American government. But there are several flaws with this plan. Number 1, we recognize it for what it is. Number 2, we are the actual owners of the American Federal Republic and our ownership interest has reverted to us long ago by operation of law. Anyone trying to seize upon our good name and property interest is simply a criminal engaged in impersonation and infringement of trademarks. That goes double for the reign of the Heaven Society. Number 3, the actual international and global law applicable is the maxim of law, possession by pirates does not change ownership. Any copyrights, flags, trademarks, names, rights, material interests and property assets attached to the name of our unincorporated Federation of States doing business as the United States of America since 1776 belongs to us, our Federation and our member states of the Union, and we serve public international notice of the same. Number 4, any attempt to confuse their entity doing business as the Republic of the United States of America with our federal republic is an obvious fraud scheme, and they will not be allowed to board our vessel or perpetrate another big lie upon the world. In the midst of this melee and drama of mistaken identities, the American states and people remain the lawful heirs, owners, and operators of the United States of America, and no incorporated entity of any kind is operated by us at the present time, including anything merely calling itself, the Republic of the United States of America, Incorporated. As if that were not irksome enough, none of the U.S. or territorial corporations that were formed in our names, via abuse of and usurpation upon our powers, have a valid charter. Neither the municipal nor the territorial Congress ever possessed standing or delegated power to issue municipal corporation charters in our names. This fraud, together with many others, means that all the U.S. and state corporations are null and void. They have to be rechartered as American corporations and made subject to our public law, or liquidated for fraud. Anna Maria Riesinger, Fiduciary, the United States of America.